Hi everybody, it's Donna from donnasdreamworks.blogspot.com, and today I'm going to put together a card. I just wanted to challenge myself a little bit, and I might possibly enter into the paper cuts challenge this week. I'm not sure. Their challenge is anything goes, but I wanted to challenge myself to use a cartridge I think I probably used twice since I've had it, called Home Accents. And there's so many of the things on there are so intricate, it's kind of hard to cut them out. But I was looking through and I found this shape that I thought was just adorable. I love it. And so what I did is I created a card by welding two of them together. And remember, when you weld a shape like this together, you need to reverse the one that's going to be welded to it so that when they fold, the two sides are together. I've already got most of the pieces cut out for this card because there's a technique I wanted to show you at the end, and so I wanted to get most of the card ready. My first mat, this is an A2 size card basically. What I did is I sized it on the Gypsy to 5.5 by 8.5, and then I put it in half to make it an A2 size card. My next mat is just cut down, and I had to kind of play around with it a little bit because of the scallops on the card. Some of them dipped in past the mat, but I wanted to make it not the same shape because I like the idea of the frame around the outside. And the next piece is a piece of designer paper, but it's basically, I'm going to get this out of the way, I keep slipping and sliding. It's basically a scrap, so we'll add that one. It's pretty scrap, but it's a scrap. I'm determined to use up some of my scraps. The next thing I did is I took a scallop circle and I cut it in half, and I did my sentiment on here. Thinking of you, I think, is a pretty generalized sentiments that could be used for a sympathy card or a get well card, or even just a thinking of you hello card. So I will leave the inside blank for now until I determine what it is that I'm going to be using it for. There you go. Now, one thing I did forget to do, I don't know if I can do it now. I may have messed it up. No, I think I can do it. I forgot to add my black ribbon. So let's see if I can get that in there. I wasn't paying attention. Well, it wouldn't be one of my cards if I didn't mess it up at least twice before I finished. Let's see if I can get this off a little bit. Yeah, I think we're going to be able to do it. Of course, none of you ever do this, right? What would crafting be without mistakes? Okay, one more. Alright, I think we managed to do it. Next I'm going to add another little scallop circle here. And I did use the Tim Holtz tattered tea on this to make it a little less white, and yet I wanted it to be white. And the reason I wanted it to be white is I wanted it to showcase the butterfly that's going on top. And this is the technique I want to show you, so I'm going to get the butterfly mounted, and then we'll go on to show you what the technique is. And I think I'm going to take a white gel pen and maybe do some faux stitching around these curves just to bring them out a little bit. This is amazing. I don't have my glasses on, and I usually do when I'm doing either coloring or doodling, so I can see what I'm doing. So here's hoping the doodles go in the right place. Are you all doodling along with me? Here we go. And a little on this top piece too here. Okay. And I think I'm probably going to add a little more embellishment wise to it. Maybe some sparkles are up around here or go around the edge of the orange. But let's get to showing you what this, how I made the butterfly. This is called, and I saw it on Stamp TV, it's called a tie-dyed butterfly. And I've got to get my black powder. Okay. And how we do that is take a piece of white cardstock and a Versamark and a nice butterfly stamp of some sort. You want to get it very well covered. And I'm going to cover it with some black embossing powder. And you can see that I didn't get the tail of that one quite white. So I would probably do that over again, but for the sake of showing you this process, I'm not going to do it over again right now. And then of course you have to heat set it. And it doesn't make any difference if you've got a little embossing powder around the edges because you're going to be cutting it out. Okay, we're going to let that dry just a little bit. Okay, now you see I have oranges and yellows on this butterfly here. I'm going to do this one with purples and pinks. So I just got some Marvy markers or Tombow markers, and I'm going to start with a light color. And basically what I'm doing is just dabbing all over. No coloring involved. And now we'll go with a lighter purple. And I have a little darker shade of pink. And you're not quite as frequent with the darker shades. And you can keep going back and forth, and this is the darkest of the purple. You can keep going back and forth until you feel like you've got your colors spread out the way you like them. But it's really a simple process, and it makes a beautiful tie-dyed butterfly. And so then what I did is I just cut it out, and of course it has some stiffness to it because it has been embossed, and mounted it as you saw, And that's the technique for today. We'll learn another technique tomorrow. I'm going to be doing some bleaching and not my clothes. Thanks for stopping by Donna'sDreamWorks.blogspot.com. See you later and play nice.